Hey everybody. For those who are Diablo players or Diablo fans, dungeon crawlers, all those kind of people, we got Path of Exile 2 has been out for a while now. Came out officially, what, May? Was it? Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, something like that. Like officially, I know it was on early access, but it's been out for a while
No,
now, officially.
it was October.
October. Oh, okay. I don't know where I got May then. No, so it hasn't
I
been
don't know.
too long.
Yeah, October, November. Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
came
it's
out December. It came out December 6th.
Okay.
oh December. Okay,
Yeah.
this wow,
Yeah, I
it
knew it
really
was.
hasn't been
I
that
knew
long.
it was. It wasn't. It hasn't been that long. No.
Yeah. Yeah. So Path of Exile 2 officially, it's been on early access. It's been out for a while, but it's officially since December, as Kevin mentioned, and it's a dungeon crawler to me. I know more people are into it than I am. Danny, I know you play it a lot more than I have. What were your thoughts on it, like compared to Diablo? What is it, 4 now? That's been out, and is it better? Is it worse? Is pretty much the same?
It's better on some fronts. I think it's the best version of that type of game. I don't think you're gonna get better than what they did. I think it's for. The problem is, I don't think it's for your casual gamer. I think it's for a more hardcore gamer. It's very hard. It's not an easy game at all. And the beginning starts off very simple, like in every one of those Diablo games, go in, dungeon, clear everything out, whatever. But then when it comes to the ascension part, which I know you didn't get up to,
Mm-hmm.
or I think it was called ascension, basically it's almost like a kind of like a subclass thing you can get. It that shit becomes unbelievably hard to do. And
Wait, you get
every
an extra subclass and it makes it harder?
to get the subclass, first off, it's
Jesus.
harder. To unlock it. It's so fucking hard to do it. And then when you get it, it doesn't really change you up that much. Later on, it'll change you. I think you get like eight. I think it's up to 8 points by the end of your career. To put into the subclass that will change you up completely. But again, it's very hard to get those points, and that was part of the trouble I had. And again, I played Diablo, got a few good builds. Never really had any fucking problem at all until you got into like the hardcore 22 fucking mode type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like after beating the game 16 times or whatever the fuck it is. And then finally got hard. And I'm like, this game starts off hard from the jump, from the beginning. Like I died quite a few times on bosses that I didn't think I was gonna die at.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I think again, it's not really a complaint. This maybe the plus to some and a minus to others. But because I'm a very casual, super casual player, it became a little rough for me to continue going by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had a good team that was willing to help and work with you, the game is fucking fun, and it does everything Diablo should have done. Blizzard has a far track
I
of
I think
not
Blizzard.
fully.
I think Blizzard got greedy. Is what happened with them, and they turned into like typical live service for everything else. It's all about trying to find out how to pull enough money from people in any way possible.
Yeah.
Like that whole debacle. Like I think what was like I actually yes, guaranteed the moment I stopped playing Diablo and decided not to give him any more of my time was when I found out that they nerfed teleporting. Like they literally made you take longer to teleport just so they can prolong your game time and keep you in the game longer and stuff like that. Even that minute little thing, that smallest little thing, is a big deal to some people. And
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the other changes that they made, I had enough of it. But when I first played Path of Exile 2, I played the first one and fuck, that was hard. That was a really hard game, very technical. And then I played part two. Thankfully the first one didn't intimidate me enough to where I didn't want to try part two. So I jumped into part two, and me and you played for a little bit, and I got up to what, like level 9 or 10, and then that was pretty much it. And my impression of it was just like, this is more of the same stuff to me. Like I didn't find it that much different from Diablo, aside from like you can get a little bit more technical and detailed with your abilities and like your specific buffs and elemental thing attacks and things like that. Yeah, So yes, there's definitely more for the hardcore player. It's definitely more
So
for those min maxers.
one other thing I did appreciate about the game is that they, what Diablo did try to do, and again, this is feels like a very pumped up version of Diablo to me,
Mm-hmm.
was they threw a lot of enemies at you towards the end of the nightmare modes,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very fun. It made it very chaotic on the screen. And this game is like a walking seizure warning. Like there's lots of fucking lights and effects
Yeah.
like tons and tons and waves of fucking enemies that come at you, which
Yeah.
makes it to me kind of fun. You get that like that full feel of fucking powerful ripping through tons of enemies type of feel,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool. And we're trying to be mobile and everything like that. Um, the game story itself is very linear, but that doesn't bother me because I'm not gonna lie, the running around in Diablo actually annoyed me more than anything else because I just wanted to get to a dungeon
Mm-hmm.
and running around these running past hordes and hordes of enemies just to me was just stupid. So I don't give a fuck about these enemies. I just want to get into the dungeon or whatever it is. So the fact that they made it a little more linear does not bother me at all. And all the maps are super big, so you can feel like a little more sense of completion of I want to go look around all this map a little more than in Diablo. I did not want like I know I kind of had to, and they encouraged it by unlocking shrines and shit like that if you saw the whole map. But and then it's like the classic, oh well, when the new season starts, we're gonna take away your map now. And it was just
Yeah.
very upsetting for a lot of people. And I'm like,
And
oh,
those
and that's
and
when
those
I
buffs with the statues too.
and that's yeah, that's it. And that's when I stopped playing. When the new season comes, I'm like, yeah, I'm not restarting all the progress that I just did. Like you either the whole point of an expansion is to add on and continue the game
Right.
and make it fun in some way, not to fucking start over. Not to be forced to start over.
Yeah.
So that was really upsetting. And they don't do that in this. Like I don't know all of the end game stuff, unfortunately. I never looked good at it and get that far. But I do know that it involves around that thing I was telling you that's really hard and really fucking challenging. But it's challenging because of all the minuses and plus you get in the dungeon. But it feels like an actual dungeon that's actually worth trying and hard, and it's different every time. So
Mm-hmm.
I can see the people liking that ending game a little more and wanting to do. And the main story is not that long. I mean, in comparison to like Diablo or whatever, because it's mostly about you developing your character, I guess.
Yeah, Kevin, I didn't ever heard from you. I don't know if you even play these games.
Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You guys are gonna laugh at me. My first and only Diablo game was Diablo Mobile, and I gave it 20 hours. And it was like Dan said, the back and forth was like my little mentality can't handle that. Like I can't go from like, oh, like my cousin is being eaten by demons, can you please help him or something like that, and then you run over there, run back. I can't do that for like 10, 15 hours. It kind of bores me after a while. And when I saw Path of Exit, I haven't played the game yet, so I'm just going from what I've seen. It looks like Dan said, it looks difficult, but I would say rewarding. So once you learn how to play your game and build your character correct enough that you won't get like mollywopped by all these
Yeah. You can't
hordes.
just be nilly willy like picking all these whatever nodes you want. Like you have to
Yeah,
methodically
yeah,
like think of what you're gonna do with your guy.
yeah. So it's like
Which is
that type.
another.
Uh huh.
Sorry, you go. Keep
No,
me
no,
on. Sorry, go.
no.
You go.
And that's something that it's like it's very like it makes it like that. It makes it very interesting that you can build this character, and you actually have to thoroughly think about what you want your character to be and how to benefit from what specific skills or what specific play style you want. And it's not just I just go and do strength and I'm just like one shotting everybody. It's like no, you have to think about like, oh, am I gonna be able to be all round? Am I gonna have damage? Is this, that, and the third? Is my match
Mm-hmm.
gonna be good? And it's like that type of stuff makes me like, oh, okay. Like I like it. I like it. It's nice. I'm enjoying that. But again, it's this is from just an outside looking in. Like I
Yeah.
not played the game, and it makes me want to purchase it. Like it's like I'm like I'm at the verge of about to purchase Path of Exile 2 just so I can have something different to play besides like Dark Souls
As
and
long as you
Elden
got
Ring.
some, like Danny said, as long as you got some people to play with, then if you get it, I'm sure me and Danny will join you with that. I had to mute Danny there. I'm gonna mute you again right now. If you,
Okay.
I know you were gonna mention something when Kevin was talking, Danny.
So one of the things I found interesting about this, that kind of it it felt like it developed towards this type of culture. Which is a new thing of bill crafters, right? Like that is now a thing, and I think it's a well-known thing that there are a lot of people who go online and look up builds, and so much so that because developing a proper build, the meta or whatever it is that you like. So I like ice for my mage. Is there a build that's around ice? This game has a lot of that, and I felt like it was almost designed for that.
Mm-hmm.
Where there is no meta, 100%, but there is a lot of different paths you can choose for whatever is the type of damage or whatever it is, the type of gameplay that you like to play. And I felt like they knew, okay, there are gonna be build crafters out there. We just have to fucking go right into it and feed into that for them, because that tree is overwhelming if you don't know what you're looking at
Yeah.
in the beginning. It's very overwhelming. It's very basic. They just for some reason show you everybody's because you can pick if you wanted to. What class were you? Well, let's
Monk.
say so I can go into the monk tree and pick monk abilities that knows that you would get,
Mm-hmm.
right? I can do that if I want to, and sometimes it works, most times it don't. But it's not. They leave it open for you to play around with, and that I kind of like. So that's why it seems overwhelming at first, because it's like, oh my god, how many fucking? It's like I felt like this over 1,000 nodes. How do I pick? But everything is like a pizza pie, and you just kind of just pick two that are kind of close,
Yeah.
like you know. So again, it was very interesting. I do like the game, and I can see why a lot of people do play it. But I don't know if like I never kept up with if people still play it.
I
Like
I even tried to look at videos to see if I can pump myself up to getting back into the game. Like I've looked up like newbie videos, basics videos, build videos, specifically for monk because that's all I have right now. And yeah, I it did not motivate me at all. Like, and I tried jumping in a couple more times after like possibly the last time we played. I'm just like, this is more Diablo for me. That's all it feels like. Like I think I'm at that point right now where maybe I just lost interest in dungeon crawlers. So I'm not saying the game is bad at all. Definitely not. Like all I'm saying is just like for me, I think I'm tired of it. So like I tried it and I'm kind of just stuck, you know, with the game sitting in my install thing. And if you ever want to play one day, Danny, I'll jump on with you. But like I'm not motivated to play this game.
yeah,
It doesn't give me anything new.
For me, I just looked up. I was looking at just picking like a magic build. I didn't know specifically one. I love poison, and I didn't realize you can have a poison build in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that's my favorite. Like I wouldn't say element, but like status ailment that I love poison. And you can build, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I want to play this game.
Yeah,
Like
and
you
they
know what
got
I
some
mean?
cool skills, like the skills that that the monk has, and the shit that I seen Danny do. Like it got some like flashy looking like skills that actually are actually a bit more impressive than the stuff that Diablo does. But like it's the gameplay that doesn't get me. It's the loop that doesn't get me. That is what's difficult. But like if I'm playing with friends, I think I'll have a little bit better of a time.
Let me see how much. I'm gonna
I
actually
did
check how
hear,
much
I
this
did,
game is.
and I did hear that that is the best way to play this game. Like there were a lot of content creators or like Azercroft type of people that
Hmm.
were like, I was playing this game by myself, and I had a lot of fun, and I got far. But when I joined a group of four, or how many people, when he got a full group together to play this game, the game went on a whole different level. Again, the amount of stuff that I throw out as my the witch
Hmm.
is absolutely insane by myself. The amount of minions that I have is insane. So I can't imagine doing that plus every like
More
3 or 4
hordes.
other people
Yeah.
doing their shit as well. It is probably like a strain on the computer type of thing, but in a visual to the eye, like I don't even know where my character's at because I've seen people play it. I'm like, I don't know where they're at. Like I can't even see where you're actually at. And he said that like he played tank and he's supposed to be in the front line. And he's
He
like,
didn't know where
I
he
don't know.
was.
Look, a few times I'm not sure where I was, and I just knew I had to hold this block and hold the line where everybody kills it, which is interesting, like, interesting in for this type of game,
Yeah.
to me. So yeah,
So, so I have a question for you too. Would you guys be willing to walk me through like Path of Exile, like play 1 and 2 with me? Even like I've never
not
played
one,
Path
Not
of
but you
one.
just need you don't need to play one. We just need to play two, and Danny never got far, so
Yeah, I'm
you
not
know
that
Okay,
far.
we'll be working on it.
I'm
okay.
I may
So
be like 4 or 5 hours into that game.
Yeah,
I can see
less.
myself within like the next, I would say, 2 weeks getting the game, and I'm definitely down to play it. Um, and I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. Like I don't really play dungeon crawlers like that. Like I said before, I played mobile, and it was like the back and forth kind of drained me, and then my squirrel just like it just killed itself and went about its business, and then I was just stuck there like looking at the
You
screen, and I was like,
you
I'm gonna delete this.
what are you on? Like a laptop or a piece or a desktop?
I have the rogue ally, so I can literally play wherever.
Oh, so
So
it's a
it's like it's
controller, pretty much.
no, it's like a
It's
it's
the
like a
yeah,
yeah, it's like a
for the
handheld.
phone. Well, not for the phone.
No, no, no.
Sorry. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm confusing it with something else. It's a handheld PC
Yeah,
thing. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I'm
I
just
could
making
definitely.
sure because the game would play better for you with like mouse and keyboard, but being that you have a controller, it's still the same shit, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll definitely download that. So is it not cross compatible, like cross platform?
It is.
No, right now, well, right now
Oh,
it's
wait,
only
no, it's
for
not. No, sorry, I'm thinking of
because
Baldur's
it's in
Gate.
early access. It's still in early
Oh,
access.
because I was
Yeah, it's
about to
in
buy
early
it on
access.
P5. I was about to buy it on P5 and ruin my whole day.
No,
You can't.
yeah,
Well, it's not that I don't even think you can. It's not
it's
available
it's just PC right now.
because it's
no,
still in
it's
early access technically.
no, it's
Path two.
oh oh yeah yeah no. Path 2 is on. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
you
on the
can get.
store.
Is it?
It's in the
Yeah, it's
store
on early. Yeah, it's in early access in the store
Oh,
and
I
Yeah,
PlayStation.
didn't know that.
and PlayStation. I'm looking at it right
Oh
now.
man,
Oh.
I did not know that. I thought it was just a
But
PC.
check
Early
again.
access.
Check to see about that crossplay because I don't even know if it's
Yeah.
crossplay.
Yeah, I'm about to go check now.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. Talk some on yourself. So,
Well, I was gonna end it there pretty much. Just start at those final thoughts and stuff. So play with
Mhm.
friends is probably fun, unless you're like some hardcore min maxer who likes all the little details. And go ahead and try it out yourself. It's not a bad game whatsoever. It's just me. My impressions of it is just I'm done with dungeon crawler games. Danny seems to like it a hell of a lot more. But he's still more of a casual player. And look, we already got somebody down there, Kevin, already getting ready to play the game. So we got a
yeah,
third person. So yeah, give it a try. Check out the videos of builds and shit like that, and see what kind of class you might like. Otherwise, just enjoy the game for what it is, and we'll see you in the next episode.